Hola Cafeños, we are Cafe Con Leche Travels. I'm David.
I am Travis, and we have a huge problem.
We've hit a pretty significant bump in the road when it comes to our phone plan.
But it is a beautiful day in Merida. It is very hot, so we're actually gonna take this video up by the pool.
So let's go.
It is 93 degrees.
That is really hot. 93 actually feels like maybe more like 96.
But I thought it was actually gonna feel hotter than it does right now. It's not that bad.
Yeah, we say that 2 seconds walking out. We'll see.
This feels nice.
It has a very refreshing feeling.
All right, let's talk about our problem. Here's a little backstory.
So if you're new to the channel, we moved to Mexico a year and a half ago, and a lot of you that have been watching since then have asked what we did with our phones, what phone plan we use, all those type of questions about our phones, and the answer to that was nothing. We didn't do anything with our phone plan because I have a friend that was working for Sprint, which is the phone carrier that we use, now T-Mobile, and we got a really good discount on our plan. So we were paying 70 bucks a month for both of us. And when we arrived here in Mexico, we just got a message that said, hey, welcome to Mexico. So we thought we were good.
And at the time, we didn't know how long we'd be staying.
Yes.
It was still kind of like, we sold everything we owned and moved, but in the back of our heads, we're like, we can move back. This might not work. This could be a disaster. David had never lived outside of the States before. We both had never been to Merida before. We had no idea.
Because planning is what we do.
And for the first couple months, for the first year and a half actually, doing nothing to our phone plan worked. It still worked. We had heard rumblings that there was a limit on the amount of roaming data that you can have while traveling.
But we were going back and forth to the States to get vaccinated, to see friends and family. So we were under the impression that when that happens, that it kind of resets itself and you just start the 90-day period over again.
And also, this is kind of our toxic trait together, is if we're worried about something, we don't look directly at it. And we like never took the time to actually look into what our plan with Sprint, now T-Mobile, actually said.
So we really didn't look deep into it until we got a text message the other day that was not really good news.
I will say, we did hear from a number of you, our subscribers, on both YouTube and Instagram and TikTok saying, wait, isn't there a limit on roaming data? Wait, aren't they gonna cut you off? Wait, they're gonna cut you off. And we were like, this is fine.
Yeah, for some reason we thought we were the special ones.
We were for a bit.
Yeah.
For way longer than we should have.
So basically what the text said is that we have reached our roaming data, and if we continue to roam outside of the United States, then we will be cut off at the beginning of next month.
Do not pass go, do not collect $200, party's over. Which we should not have been surprised to get, but we're still kind of like, how dare they?
Yeah, we did this because we just love to learn things the hard way so that you don't have to.
So when we actually looked into the details of the plan, yes, there is international data, but there is a 90-day cap. 90 days, about 3 months. We have no idea how we got to go for almost a year and a half.
We are grateful and thankful for that, but looks like every good thing comes to an end.
So then we need to figure out what we're gonna do for a phone.
But before we get into all that, I have reached my pool capacity and it is hot, so I think we're gonna go back inside.
It feels good.
Sweet air conditioning.
Before we keep going, we want to take a moment to thank all of our Patreons. We could not do this without you.
But a huge shout out goes to Tim Butterball. Thank you so much. This video is made possible because of you.
If you want to join our Patreon and get access to our private Cafeíno crew group, there is a link down below. We would love for you to join us.
So back to our cell phone dilemma. We had a couple of options. Option number one was to just completely leave Mexico and go back to the States.
Boo.
And
Although we honestly did think about that.
we melted down because
Like, I guess this is over. I guess we have to go back. And then we're like, no, this is just a phone number. It's really not that deep.
option number two was to just completely ditch our States plan and choose a Mexican phone plan.
Which is much less expensive. And there are great cell phone plans if you are a temporary resident or a permanent resident of Mexico.
Yeah, it seems to be a popular one to choose by people that do choose to move to Mexico.
But when we looked into how much data comes with the Mexican cell phone plans from companies like Telcel, Movistar, AT&T, it seemed to be capped around 5 gigabytes a month.
We use way more than that. We just looked at our cell phones.
Which you can do on an iPhone under settings and look for cellular data. And we use, between the two of us, over 50 gigabytes a month.
What are we doing?
What we're doing is creating video content on our phones.
Yes.
And that requires apparently a lot of data. And so it made us very nervous to switch to a plan that seemed to only at the max give about AT&T has a bonus of 10 gigabytes when you sign up, and so that gives you 15 gigs, which sounds like a lot, but when we saw how much we were using, apparently it's not enough.
Because we're digital nomads, we use personal hotspots and do other things outside of Wi-Fi space, so that just didn't really make a lot of sense for us.
But if you do not use this insane amount of data, if you're not a video creator, getting a Mexican SIM card is super easy. You can get them at OXXO, most malls have little cell phone kiosks, Walmart offers prepaid SIM cards, and most phones, especially later models of the iPhone, have dual SIM cards. So you can keep your SIM card from the States and just add the Mexican one in and then choose which carrier you want to use where.
You can also recharge them at OXXO as well. That's super simple. Another option to use if you are traveling to another country before you leave the States is through a company called HolaFly.
They offer international SIM cards in countries around the world, and they actually reached out to us and are offering our subscribers a 5% discount when you use the code Cafe con Leche Travels.
That is an amazing deal if you are traveling. We're looking for a more permanent solution, but when we take Cafe con Leche global, that is gonna be the perfect solution for us.
So because we wanted to keep our number, we could either have stayed with T-Mobile and not been able to use our phone outside of Wi-Fi,
or to find a plan that would give us unlimited data in Mexico.
And thankfully, AT&T has a plan with unlimited data for a very reasonable rate.
We're not sponsored by them, but we wish we were. So AT&T, if you can hear us, give us a call.
We chatted with their customer support, which is wild. They actually have a video chat right now for their customer support, which I feel bad for the customer support people that have to be on video chat.
Yeah.
But I think it might help people not yell at them.
We're hoping that that's the reason.
But anyway, they were super helpful. We reached out to them and explained the situation, and they were like, yeah, use our plans. You can use them in Canada, the US, and Mexico. Because we own our phones and we're not leasing the phones, there is no contract, and we get a $10 monthly credit back on the bill, which brings the price to about $50 per line for their base plan.
This is in no way the least expensive option. If you are really wanting to budget, then you definitely should just go to Telcel or another Mexican phone company and sign up for a phone plan here in Mexico, or do a prepaid SIM card.
You still, in most cases, get a 5G network. You can still have fast connection. A lot of Mexican prepay and cell phone plans have all the social networks included, which is wild. So there's unlimited data on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We saw Uber was included on AT&T in Mexico, so that's nuts. But like we said, we just use so much data, and because we travel so much, we really just didn't want to be restricted. And if you are like us and are needing to switch plans while in Mexico, they are FedExing us our new SIM cards to our house in Merida, which is super helpful.
So we get to keep our number from the States and transition pretty seamlessly.
Just one meltdown.
One.
It's pretty good for us.
Yeah. If you are traveling, just let this be a cautionary tale for you that you want to check your cell phone plan and make sure the amount of data you are being offered in that plan matches with how much you actually are using.
And if there's a limit, if you are on T-Mobile, the limit apparently is 90 days and it is now being enforced. Somehow we skated through the first year and a half, #blessed.
Which, upon looking at it too a little bit further, we saw that this happened to other people where it did kind of stretch out for a bit, but it will definitely come to an end. So if you are a traveler or are living abroad, let us know what your phone experience has been like. What plan are you using? What's been your experience with the data, the coverage? Did we make the right call? Are we being really frivolous with our spending on this type of thing? Let us know in the comments below.
Specifically, if you are a content creator or digital nomad and you have found a better hack than us, please let us know. We would like to save money. We think this is like the best option for us, but we're probably wrong.
Probably.
So let us know your solution. We'll make a follow-up video if someone has a better option than us and if we change our plan. We make new videos every week sharing our travel journeys and hopefully trying to give you useful information on your travel. So if you found this or any of our videos helpful, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell. It really, really helps our channel out.
Immensely.
All right, here comes our tagline.
Hasta luego.
We'll see you next time.